Okay, so we just got done installing our Silhouette Studios America, and now we're going to try to start using it. And all we're going to do right now is work on fonts. We're going to type our names. Remember, we're making a logo in class, so that logo is going to be our name or initials. But for now, we want to make it focus of a name just so we get an idea and a functionality of the fonts tools. So we're going to go down to S for Silhouette America, click on that, and there should be Silhouette Studios. And what we're going to do, since we're going to use this often, is we're going to launch it, and then we're going to pin it to the taskbar because we have about 10 days that we're probably going to use this. So I'm just going to pin it so it stays there even after I close it. So here's our working screen. This is what we're going to look at to do our drawings. We're going to use view and show grid to show us how big this is. We can turn it on and off whenever we want. And I'm going to zoom in so we can see a little better. So I'm going to hit the CTRL button, the control button, and scroll up. Okay. And that goes left and right. How about ALT? And then up. So this way, anywhere the mouse is pointing, it scrolls to that point. So that makes it better to work with. So we're going to move in. Remember, each one of these lines is 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches. So we are going to work with different tools, and you're going to go over here. So we have ourselves tabs just like in Microsoft Word or any of those programs. This section here, I suggest you don't use for anything except for undo, and I prefer to use Control Z for that anyway. Then these are what we should use so we know where we're going to save things, because the save feature on here is set up for them to have a cloud account, and we're not working with that. So we're going to save it to, you're going to put it in your computer so you can email it to me later. So we're going to go down to save as function and save to hard drive. Okay, so name it your first name. I'm going to give it mine. And I'm going to put letter P for period, whatever period you're in. So I will put, hey, this is a 6-period group. And then we're going to put 2022, because that's the year that I'm filming this. So I'm going to save it when you're in my class. You're going to save it in your network folder and put it in Tech Ed. And I'll hit OK. That's the save. Just so as we're working, anything changes, computer crashes, it's mostly saved. So now we're going to work with the font feature today. So if we go here, it says hover over, it says text. We click on it, and now we have our font insert cursor. And now I just clicked on it, and there's the cursor. That's where it's inserted, and it's flashing, waiting for you to type away. And I'm going to type my name. And now you'll see that it's got a green border with the teal banner there. And we're going to select all of this because right now we could type some more. When that feature's gone, you can only resize it. So now we're going to come over here, and this side is the action tools, and this side is the modification tools. So we're going to click on the A here, and here's our fonts that we can change it. These are my favorites: Matura, Ravi, and Magneto, but there's all the same ones that you would find in Microsoft Word. Okay, my favorites are all the way down in M, but there's more. Magneto, as I switch it, you can see I'm going to color it so you can see it a little better. Let's see, what color goes best with that blue background so you can see it without distraction. We'll give it blue. And then we'll go back to our fonts. Mature is a very good one that I like. See that everything's really bold. There's not any thin points in this, so it makes it very good. The T is nice and solid. The S is stripped, which I'm not too fond of. So if I go to Matura, the S is normal. So I'm going to combine the two because I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unselect it, deselect it, and now this right here resizes it, so we'll make it bigger so we can see what I'm talking about. So if we want to change the font, we have to double click to get that green border with the teal banner. I'm going to select the T, and I'm going to make it a different font because I like a regular T. So this is one of the better T's I could find. Magneto, it's touching, so I don't like that. Ravi's that one, and Matura has got that leaning. It looks like a J, so we're going to select that one. So there's the feature, the font that I'm going to use for my name. It really depends mostly upon your name. So I'm going to change this, show you fonts that are not so good. So anything script is probably not going to work well. Something like this is too thin. Oh, and it's not letters. So anything like this, no good. See how the boxes are shining through? We don't want those. This is going to get too thin because yours is going to be 2 inches. It's only going to be 2 boxes wide, probably, for your glass. So those things are going to get way too thin. So anything that looks super bold, except for Broadway. Broadway's bold, but everything's too thin. But we will see. Okay, script, that's a pretty good one, but when I bring it to 2 inches, these are going to be too thin. So script is no good. Cooper Black is good. Cooper Gothic Bold is good. Dutch is okay. That's the thinnest point. That's all right. So as we go through, this one will be too thin. So don't use that one. So select through. That's too thin. That's okay, but not fantastic. So some of these features down here work. Some of them don't. We do have the ability to do line spacing and character spacing, so we could spread the letters out or bring them as close as possible. Depending on what you're doing, these are your choices. So if you do it horizontally, you could use line spacing. You just put an enter in between each one. So have fun, try it, and see what you can do. And next time we'll work on making images turn into